I would like to welcome you to the Bumpers College and the faculty advising team. With research and teaching duties, it is difficult to keep up with the complex policies and procedures for advising students here at the University of Arkansas. My role as Student Affairs Coordinator is to assist you in navigating the degree plan, including all of the academic policies and procedures that can sometimes confuse a student and even sometimes confuse the advisor. During this presentation, we're going to spend time reviewing several useful tools and how you can find them during an advising session with a student. If you have not already done so, please contact me for an information packet before reviewing this presentation. We continue to use a faculty model of advising in the Bumpers College simply because it works. In the National Survey on Student Engagement, our students rank advising as one of the top services that the college provides, and it improves during their experience as an undergraduate. Unlike other colleges at the University of Arkansas, we want students to connect with faculty from the beginning of their college experience. No professional advisor can replace the expertise that you have in your chosen discipline. Advising provides you the opportunity to share that knowledge with students and help prepare them for the next generation as professionals in that particular field of study. Building the advising relationship from the beginning of the academic experience will only serve to enhance the opportunities for students. A recent student survey by the University of Arkansas Academic Advising Council also demonstrated that students rank the information they receive and the quality of the advising relationship higher in Bumpers College than any other college on campus. The U of A advising mission states, academic advising is an active ongoing partnership between the advisor and students, grounded in teaching and learning. Advising is based on students gaining accurate and appropriate information and direction to help make their educational experience relevant, coherent, and meaningful. It is a process that assists students in connecting with the University of Arkansas, making thoughtful decisions related to their academic experiences, and maximizing their educational and career opportunities. Quality academic advising is essential to achieving the university's vision. In other words, we really strive to help advisors understand that it is a partnership based on teaching and learning. Every 2 years, the Academic Advising Council will conduct an advising survey, and these are the goals that we attempt to measure that relationship by. Please see the list of advising goals in your packet. There are really 3 types of students that you will work with: new students, transfer students, and what we call special populations. Let's first discuss new students. This is where you will want to be a prescriptive advisor. The first meeting with a student is critical in spending a little extra time helping them understand the degree requirements. It is the teaching moment. The first challenge for you with new students is interpreting ACT or SAT scores or other placement tests. Fortunately, new freshmen will most often come to you from an orientation session, and most students will come to you with an advising worksheet that defines their requirements, including reading, English, or math requirements. Students who have not met the minimum requirements or cutoff scores will be required to take a remedial course or 2, which are not included in the 124 credit hours. The other teaching moment will be in helping the student understand the degree requirements. Most of the check sheets are designed to identify state minimum core, university core requirements by including them on the left side of the plan, and the right side typically includes the departmental requirements. I will provide a little more information about core classes in a moment. It is also important to explain to the student that all Bumpers College programs require 124 credit hours. In addition, there are several college policies that are required to complete a degree. These include 39 hours of upper division courses, 30 hours in residence in the Bumpers College, and these hours cannot be transferred into the program. 9 hours of broadening electives for the Ag Science majors, and for HES majors, the broadening electives are normally built into the curriculum. Take some time to review your program and identify each of these components. In addition, the university now has an enrollment requirement that students must take at least 30 hours of upper division courses on the Fayetteville campus. Please see the catalog for the complete policy. Another area that you might need to explain to students is the exception for Chemistry 1. Students with high school chemistry can skip Chem 1 lab, but must pass Chem 2 lab with a C grade or better in order to receive credit for the Chem 1 lab. I would recommend you visit with your student to determine if they believe they are competent enough to skip the lab. Ask them what grade they made in high school chemistry. If you have any questions, please write them down and feel free to contact me at the end of this program. The second population of students that you will likely deal with are transfer students. Students who have completed 24 credit hours before enrolling in the University of Arkansas. Students will receive transfer credit summaries when they submit a transcript and it is evaluated by the registrar's office. The registrar staff uses the U of A Transfer Equivalency Guide from their website, and a snapshot is pictured here on this slide. This guide has over 750,000 classes to assist students with transfer issues. The left side of the guide has the community college's course number, and the right side reflects how the course transfers to the University of Arkansas. If a class is not transferable to the university, it will be coded as NOTR 9999. For classes that have not been articulated, or the U of A doesn't have an equivalent course, it will be coded by the, first of all, the level of the course, so 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, or 4,000, and then 99T, credit. This code means the department has two options. One is to have the course evaluated as equivalent to a Bumpers College course. If so, the department head will need to send a message to the registrar's office to have it added to the equivalency guide. This will be an equivalent for all students. Or, if you just want to consider this particular case, the department may choose to do a course substitution. Utilizing this guide will be the best tool to use with assisting transfer students or students who may plan to take courses while away from campus during summer or holiday breaks. In addition, the college now has a transfer student advising committee made up of faculty reps from each of the undergraduate departments. They can also be a resource to you to assist you with a transfer student. Feel free to check with your department or contact me to identify this person. Another group of students that you will work with is captured with the title of Special Populations. This group includes at-risk students, international students, study abroad, athletes, students with disabilities, and honors students. Each of these groups have special needs. I recommend that you review the advising webpage to assist you with each of these student groups. Finally, as an advisor, you'll also play a role in career planning. You have been chosen specifically to share your expertise and knowledge of the discipline. In addition, you are often the lead contact for students in establishing internship opportunities and networking. It is important to maintain those contacts as you assist students in taking the next step after college. There is a plethora of information to keep up with as an academic advisor. However, there are several resources available here in the college. The greatest resource is the advising webpage. It has been designed as a step-by-step manual to help you with every category of student: new, transfer, current student issues, in particular addressing the areas that we just discussed, and special populations. Each month I publish a newsletter called All About Advising. It includes timely deadlines, workshops, and helpful issues in assisting your students. Faculty has shared with me that this is a very valuable tool, and you will receive it via email to read at your convenience. The college's webpage also includes a number of resources for faculty and students. It includes links directly to the academic plans and departments, financial aid and scholarships, study abroad, honors, transfer students, etc. Learning about these additional programs will help you enhance the student's academic experience. The Bumpers College Dean's Office is housed in AFLS E108, and it includes recruitment, retention, scholarship, development, and alumni. Our staff are available to assist you with your students' advising and registration issues at any time. Your departmental rep, I hope that your department head has assigned you a mentor that will help you during your rookie year. In addition, each department has a faculty rep that serves on the college advising committee. This person is usually the first in the department that will hear about new policies or issues that relate to advising. They are a great resource to you, so I encourage you to get to know them. Also, advising information sessions are scheduled each spring to prepare you for the upcoming year and orientation season. I strongly urge you to attend. These will help you to stay up to date with any policy changes, as well as more about the campus resources available to assist students. The Academic Enhancement Program is a retention program to assist at-risk students. Online workshops are available to provide additional opportunities for students to be successful in college. And these can include time management, test taking, stress management, etc. In addition, one-on-one assistance is provided to students that you may identify as struggling. Feel free to refer the student to me for further assistance. The Dean's Office tracks any student whose cumulative GPA falls below a 2.0, and we contact them and encourage them to visit with me to help them get back on track. It is also important for advisors to become familiar with several university resources. The Enhanced Learning Center, or ELC, provides tutoring for English, math, and sciences, supplemental instruction for science and math, which are courses that are historically difficult for students, is also provided in the ELC. These courses will have a co-requisite drill period that the students must register for while registering for the course. The drill period is to assure students will participate in the supplemental instruction. The Quality Writing Center assists students and even has an online editorial program. There are also several online tools to assist students with their writing skills. The Center for Educational Access, or CEA, provides assistance to students in defining the appropriate accommodations for students with documented disabilities. And then you have the University Health Center and CAPS. And CAPS stands for the Counseling and Psychological Services. They provide student assistance with mental health issues. There's a 24-hour hotline for emergencies, and that's noted on the slide. They prefer students to have appointments, but there's also a walk-in clinic. And because those hours change frequently, I would check out their website for the specific times. There have been times that advisors have had to walk students to the center, but what's important to note is if a student is in crisis, there are campus resources available to assist you in helping a student. As I mentioned earlier, the Academic Advising Council sets the tone and mission on the University Advising Program. Representatives from each of the colleges partner with the Provost's office to provide training opportunities for advising, as well as influence policies and procedures that will assist students' academic progress and success. The Dean of Students' office oversees a number of student services across campus. In particular, they assist students who may need to be off campus for personal issues. They will be willing to notify the students' instructors if they happen to need to be gone for an extended period. They also oversee student conduct. There's also an ombudsman's office that will handle mediation informally. And then the catalog of studies. That's the answer book. How do you narrow down those 400 pages? What I would encourage you to do is just simply read and review the academic regulations chapter in the text, and then also become familiar with our college degree requirements. That will help you with any student issues. You may be asking, how do I know if I'm a good advisor? Well, I believe there are 6 key elements to being successful on this campus. Understanding the statement of core, or university core. It's important to be familiar with the university core and to help students understand how they benefit from them. You might want to review the rationale in the catalog. It states the core of classes help prepare students for lives of the highest quality and the greatest potential, contributing to the making of a better world. Now, I share with students the 3 elements that employers and graduate and professional schools are looking for in candidates. And that includes good and strong communication skills, excellent problem-solving and critical thinking skills that they'll gain in math and sciences, and good leadership and teamwork skills, which include the history, humanities, and social sciences. It helps them become more well-rounded and prepared for a global economy. Please note that the university core classes have no substitutions. You may want a student to take Biology 2323 or General Genetics with the lab, It's a 4-hour science course. However, it's not an approved university core course. Be careful as you advise students in the state minimum core. A student must meet these defined guidelines in order to graduate. In regard to the college requirements, again, these include 39 hours of upper division, 30 hours in residence, and 9 hours of broadening electives for our ag science majors. And remember, in the HESC area, those are incorporated in their plans. Also, students are limited to 6 hours of special problems, 6 hours of internship credit, as well as 6 hours of activity courses. Something also unique to bumpers is students can graduate with honors outside of the honors program, and these are better known as the Latin honors that are based on the grade point average. We're the only college that allows these honors outside of the honors college. These guidelines include at the cum laude level, 3.5 to 3.7499, magna cum laude at 3.75 to 3.899, and summa cum laude at 3.9 to 4.0. Departmental requirements should be obvious to you, but visit with your department if you have specific questions. Be familiar with the course offerings. Discuss the curriculum with your colleagues so that you are comfortable talking about specific course content. Also be familiar with the course sequencing. You want to help students navigate the degree plan so they are taking courses in the sequence they are offered. Now the next 3 areas, academic forms, 8-semester plan, and ISIS, we're going to cover in a bit of detail over the next few slides. This link incorporates the university and college forms to assist you. As an academic advisor, documentation is important. The university has an appropriate form for any exceptions that might need to be made. For example, advising forms. You are encouraged to document the classes you advise a student to take each semester. Due to the sequencing of courses, if a student doesn't follow the prescribed coursework, their graduation may be delayed up to a year. You can demonstrate appropriate advising by noting which classes you recommended. This will protect you if a conflict does arise. Your admin assistant should have a supply of these forms or check with the dean's office. Course substitutions. Any modification to the degree plan must be documented and approved by the advisor, the department head, and the dean's office. Most often this will occur with transfer issues. It's important to submit documentation in a timely manner. In other words, don't wait until the student is ready to graduate so that the dean's office can update the student's official records. The petition to take coursework. If a student plans to take coursework at another institution, have them complete this form. It's a good way to confirm how the course will transfer back to the university by you both utilizing the transfer equivalency guide. The petition for financial aid appeal form. There's a dean's statement included in the petition, and we ask that advisors complete the form. It asks if the student has filed a degree plan and when they anticipate graduating. Now, you will be more familiar with the student's records and habits to define the likelihood of the student graduating. Then submit the form to the dean's office for their signature. The petition for academic standards. Most often, students will visit with you regarding their petitions. Generally, students are petitioning to be readmitted to the university when they've been dismissed for lack of academic performance. The advisors typically have a better perspective of what got the student into academic trouble, what they've done to prevent them from repeating the problem, and what plan do they have to complete their degree requirements. Review the Academic Standards Committee calendar for meeting times and assist students in determining if they have a legitimate case. Be thorough when assisting them with their petitions. Students must also have a statement from the dean's office prior to submitting the petition. Help the student organize their petition and get it to the dean's office prior to the deadlines. The administrative change of registration form, or drop-add forms as they're better known, are used for multiple purposes. This form can be used for placement, advising errors, if the student lacks prerequisites, needs to change a section, or can be an override for instructor consent, closed classes, or time conflicts. In addition, this form is used as a cleanup roster if you have a student on your roster that has never attended class. Make sure students get all appropriate signatures before they submit the form. not only with administrative or now, let me start that again. Please note, only with administrative or advising errors will students be permitted to add classes past the registration deadline. And of course, if you have any questions about these forms, don't hesitate to contact me. Act 1014 was passed in the fall of 2006 by the Arkansas legislature. The 8-semester degree completion plan policy was established in response to a student not graduating on time and blaming their academic advisor. The law allows all first-time, full-time freshmen to join the 8-semester degree completion plan. Prior to registering, all first-time freshmen must make a decision on whether they want to participate in the 8-semester degree completion plan. Arkansas law requires us to provide students the opportunity to complete their coursework in 8 semesters. Before a student can register for the first time, they must decide if they want to participate in the plan or if they are ineligible for the plan. A student is ineligible if their declared major is not included in the degree completion plan, if they've not chosen a major or not been formally admitted to their chosen major, if they are not a full-time student, or if they are required to complete one or more remedial courses. They must follow the plan exactly. Any changes to it will suspend them from the plan. Now, there is no penalty to students for being suspended from the plan, but the university is simply removed from the obligation to graduate the student within 8 semesters. Our programs have a number of internships which exclude them from the 8-semester degree completion plan. However, it is certainly reasonable for a student to graduate in 4 years with good advising. The legislature did not take into consideration summers, which is when most students take their internship experience. So that is why you won't see all the majors as part of the plan. If you have a student agree to the plan, it is critical that you work to have them remain in compliance. They must follow the plan as it is written. Any exceptions must be pre-approved by the dean's office and the advisor. The Integrated Student Information System, or what's better known as ISIS, is the record system for the U of A. It is important to get comfortable with using this tool. A number of training sessions are offered throughout the year, and you can access that information from the link noted on this slide. You'll also find some helpful tutorials that will assist you in getting comfortable using the system not only as an advisor, but also as a faculty member. In addition, most all the information you need on a student is available from your faculty center in ISIS. Please note, upgrades to the system generally happens about every 3 years, so it is important to take advantage of the training programs when they are offered. Next, let's talk about the Family Educational Rights and Privacy Act, or what's better known as FERPA. This act protects students' educational records. Any record created on behalf of the student or any information the student has shared with the university is protected by this law. The law provides the student several rights, which include the right to respect and review their records, the right to request the records be amended if there is a perceived error, and the right to consent to disclosure. We as representatives of the university cannot release any information regarding a student's record unless we have written authorization to do so. Also, students can authorize a release to a third party through their student center in ISIS under the personal information link. Students are informed about the release of information at orientation and can make changes from their ISIS account at any time. Now, parents are very engaged in this generation's academic progress, so you'll want to make sure before releasing any information that the student has authorized them to have access to it. There is one exception to FERPA, and that information is defined as directory information. The university maintains a lengthy list of items that they consider as directory information. I would encourage you to review the catalog to see this list. Students can choose to block any or all items. However, if they block all directory information, it's very possible that they may be left off the senior walk. Help them make a smart decision on what directory information to block. Well, before we end our session, I think it's important to revisit why we ask you to do academic advising. As Wes Habley said, academic advising is the only structured activity on the campus in which all students have the opportunity for ongoing one-to-one interaction with a concerned representative of the institution. Well, our students want to know someone cares about them. This is reflected in the National Survey on Student Engagement, as well as the recent student survey conducted by the Academic Advising Council. Again, students have expressed that Bumpers College advisors meet their needs at or beyond the level of any other college on campus. In addition, advising is very much connected to teaching, especially new freshmen. Your approach can be very prescriptive at the beginning and hopefully will evolve into a developmental relationship in time. The first or second meeting should include a lot of teaching moments. Teach them to read and understand the degree plan. Help them to be familiar with the sequencing of courses. Explain co-requisites and prerequisites to them. Explain how to utilize the course descriptions and academic policy sections in the catalog. And define their career goals for possible entry into a particular industry or possibly entry into graduate or professional schools. During the second meeting you have with a student, you should make clear your expectations for each advising session. Let the student know they should make an appointment and come prepared. Empower them to make smart choices about their academic progress, and then focus on your discipline and career opportunities they may have in it. Don't be afraid to quiz them, just like you would in the classroom. They will appreciate the challenges and value the advising sessions more. The research tells us that this relationship is the most valued one that a student will develop throughout their college career. Now I just encourage you to make it count. Good luck to you, and if you need any further assistance, you know how to reach me.